South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators. Fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again. Magdalene, chauffeured, bragging and boasting.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dollars, and I'm gonna be reacting to this 9 minutes of master level gameplay for the Doom Eternal game coming out soon, and it's gonna be 4K 60 frames per second. So let's check it out. This is on IGN.
What's up, everybody? James Duggan here with IGN to talk you through about 10 minutes of master-level gameplay of Doom Eternal that I recorded down in Dallas, Texas when I was visiting for IGN First at id Software. So, before we get into it, if you want to see this gameplay without my commentary, you can do so at IGN.com, so check it out there. Now, what is a master level? Well, it's kind of a remix on a level you've already beaten. It has harder enemy spawns. You saw me just take down a cyber demon and a carcass there, enemies that normally wouldn't be showing up in Cultist Base, which is one of the first few levels, but every single level in Doom Eternal has been built in such a way to facilitate these larger enemy spawns in the arenas. Using my flame belch there and making liberal use of the super shotgun as well as the grappling hook, switching over to the ballista there, trying to keep the flow going, and I'm going to finish him off. Kind of running low on ammunition. I could chainsaw an enemy, but I don't see any, so I'm just going to use the chain gun. Nice. To eliminate that cyber demon.
Doom has some of the best enemy designs, in my opinion,
but able to put this last
of any video game franchise.
Over to the heavy cannon and get that nice little hard scope. All the cutscenes, all the narrative beats are still here in the master level. It's just the enemy spawns that have changed, and master levels are separate from the difficulty selection. So this is a master level I'm playing on Hurt Me Plenty. We can see there are these possessed enemies, chainsawing one there to get some ammunition, into a frost grenade, and finally a rocket launcher to kind of clean them all up. Those are not particularly difficult enemies. So what are they doing in the master level? Well, the good news about a master level, for me anyway, is that they're still dynamic. It's not just turn to 11 the entire time. There's a nice ebb and flow to combat. You know, some of the arenas really punch up the difficulty, introduce things like the Doom Hunter, even the Marauder.
I like that they added that double jump, that boost jump in this.
Just that. It's not just pure pain elementals and cyber demons. You still have kind of the fodder, and therefore they are fun instead of just oppressively difficult. I'm playing on the fully kitted Doomslayer here. All the mods, all the good stuff. Anytime you see me quickscope somebody with the heavy cannon, getting a glory kill on the Revenant here. By the way, the heavy cannon in Doom Eternal may be my favorite gun because of that quickscope. Just swapping to it and kind of quickscoping an enemy's head feels great. Switching to the combat shotgun here to get a grenade in the mouth of that cacodemon so I can trigger that stagger animation. Some enemies in Doom Eternal just kind of have a hard counter, and for the cacodemon, that's certainly the combat shotgun. Combat shotgun, not a gun that I ended up using a lot once I had other options, so it's cool to kind of switch back to it every now and again to take out an enemy that you know will be vulnerable to it. Alright, the last enemies I have to deal with here are usually the first that I take out, which are the pain elementals that will send these flying heads at you that do a ton of damage and kind of chase you down, heat seeker missile status, but the ballista is definitely your best friend when dealing with those. Alright, let's check out another combat arena, shall we? This is a little bit later in that level, and pretty proud of what you are about to see. Opening up with a chainsaw because I need ammunition. Switching to the heavy cannon there, popping the headshot of that possessed, triggering that AoE blast effect, and then using some environmental damage.
Like that
there,
little grappling hook.
Hanging explosive ball to trigger
makes the gameplay very smooth.
Enemies. I have this cyber demon here. He's definitely the main concern.
Just like
using
that.
A frost grenade into the grapple hook with the super shotgun to try and get some damage and mitigate
that
my
grapple
own
hook is a great addition.
Actually mistaking a flying mancubus there for what I thought was maybe a pain elemental or a cacodemon, so I swapped to the ballista. But ballista's still good against ground enemies, but just super effective against air enemies. Flame belch there to try and get some armor. It's very important to think about your health and all of your resources while you're fighting. Taking out an arachnotron there. All of these enemies, while some are not particularly difficult in and of themselves, no enemy is trivial in a group, and that's something that I really like. When there's a Hell Knight, for instance, and you can see him, he's just going to get in your face and harass you. So you really have to take him down and then something like an Arachnotron or a Cacodemon or even an Imp that's normally kind of squishy and not necessarily a huge concern becomes more of a threat in that context. Taking out the Cyberdemon there, the
this game looks awesome
with a nice juke there. I appreciate that once you kind of scope in with these weapons, some of the enemies will try and evade them, which is pretty cool. Another Hell Knight, hitting him with the Ballista. And this is this mod that allows you to kind of charge the shot up, which is super effective. When in doubt, swap to the Super Shotgun, and between you and me, a little secret. Anytime you see me using the Super Shotgun, it probably means that I don't know what else to do. I've put about 4 or so hours into the game before this. Obviously played Doom 2016, and I play a lot of shooters, so hopefully some of that skill is showing through. But taking out both of the cannons here of the Mancubus with the heavy cannon, and that's a nice way to kind of hamstring him. But I guess what I'm saying is that there's a very high skill cap with the Slayer. There were a lot of variables I weren't using. I didn't do a great job of using the energy gun. Showing off a little bit of platforming here that's going to be present in this mission regardless of whether you're playing it on master level or not. And the skill cap for the Slayer gets super high. I mean, you have the Frost Grenade, the regular grenade, the Flame Belch, the Chainsaw, about 9 or so guns, and actually 2 mods that you can actively, dynamically swap between. So there's just a lot you have available to you, and a lot of tools you can employ to take out certain enemies of a distinct type. And actually, even the cooldown between the 2 grenades is not shared. So that's a great example of how this skill cap is just so high with the Slayer, and you can really be as good as you are willing to put the time in to be. Again, talking about those kind of points in between the combat arenas, this is one of them that mixes it up, spawns a Pinky. I'm just opting to shoot it in the face for some reason. There we go. Hitting it in the back there. Using the Blood Punch, which is a crucial part of your kit. And here's a new enemy for Doom Eternal. This is the Whiplash. They are not only tough and do a lot of damage, but they are super evasive. They can be tricky to hit. Thankfully, the Super Shotgun is pretty good against just about everything. Coming in and getting a really nice glory kill there. That's what I love to see. Skipping ahead a little bit, and some light platforming elements there. This is going to be the final combat arena we're going to go over in this video, and it starts out super strong. We have a Baron of Hell chasing me down. I am on the rocket launcher, opting to take out this Arachnotron first, get a Flame Belch in there to try and get some armor, and then into a Glory Kill to regen some health, and maybe even a little bit of ammo. Sometimes I found myself grappling in with a Super Shotgun on enemies I don't want to be near, but it actually all works out. Cyberdemon, a great example of that. If you Blood Punch it, it will knock all the armor off. So that's a very quick way to deal with an otherwise difficult kind of bullet spongy enemy.
Shish kebab his ass.
And that's just the name of the game with Doom Eternal. For, every time you encounter an enemy that seems like it's going to take forever to kill, there's usually somewhat of a shortcut or some kind of strategy you can employ to reduce that time. And then other times you just got to scramble, like what I'm doing here, which is just staying alive, using your mobility to the best of your ability, thinking on the fly, going over to the Ballista here to try and take down these Pain Elementals. And keep in mind, guys, while this looks insane, especially when compared to 2016, which I've been replaying, and it is insane in terms of difficulty, it's very fun, but this is only Cultist base on master level, and this has only hurt me plenty, so it can get harder from here, and I can't wait to see what that looks like, and really kind of challenge myself with that stuff.
I'll play on the normal settings. I don't need to play this shit on
video.
hard.
I will leave mysterious for the sake of playing the game, and if you've stuck with me thus far,
it gets very annoying.
I really suggest that if you know you're going to play it, hey, maybe watch our coverage, maybe don't, because there's a lot of cool surprises in this game, and it's way cooler to experience them with your own hands than it is to watch it in a video. Using the heavy cannon there to snipe off the rocket bits of that Revenant, and the final enemy I'm going to tee off against here once I get this glory kill on this Revenant is the Cyberdemon, and I'm going to do it old school Doom status with just the rocket launcher, but I need some ammo first, so I'm going to chainsaw an enemy. Blood Punch, kind of stagger him a little bit, and then just lay into him. You can detonate these, you cannot detonate these. Obviously, you have your 2 dashes, which are extremely useful for dodging the fire here, and totally mandatory and essential. And then I'm going to finish things off with a really nice glory kill coming up here. Whenever we get that stagger animation, there it is. All right, folks, if you enjoyed the video, shoot me a follow on Twitter at ThugandDuggan. If you have questions, again, hit me up there for all things Doom Eternal. Keep it right here on IGN.
Alright, well, that looks sick. That looks awesome. I've been doing a few videos on Doom Eternal. I just started playing Doom 2016 for the first time 2 days ago because it's on PlayStation Store for like $15. Maybe less, but I believe it was $15, Doom 2016. And I played the original first Doom back in the days when on a computer. Like, so this is like the second Doom that I'm playing. So, you know, I like it so far. It's a good game. It's very entertaining. It's very fun. I'm definitely gonna check this out. I just want to beat 2016 first, and then when this comes out, I'll cop it. But yeah, I enjoy it. I think they have the original Doom on the PlayStation Store for like $2-3. So I brought that the other day. I got Doom 2016. I think that was like $10-15 on the PlayStation Store, and Tomb Raider, the definitive version of Tomb Raider, that the newest one that just came out a few years ago. I think 2014. They have that for like $5, $10. I'm not sure, but it's cheap. They got a lot of good games on the PlayStation Store right now, guys. So check it out if you're interested in looking for a game to play. A lot of good games for cheap. Like you'd be surprised the games they got for cheap. I think they got The Division Part 2 for like $3. I was gonna get it, but I was like, I'm not really a Division fan, but maybe I should just get it to check it out. But yeah, this game is looking sick. That was on 4K, 60 frames per second. If you play Doom, then you already know what to expect from this. They just added a few new gameplay mechanics with the grappling hook and the double dodge button, which is sick. And I like that because playing Doom 2016 is like sometimes I wish I could dodge enemies better and, you know, make the travel a little faster. Like, so with the grappling hook, when you could grapple to an enemy, hit them with the shotty, that's awesome. That's a good addition to the game. So yeah, only thing that pisses me off about Doom 2016 is like I be looking for all the secrets in the game and like looking for how to get to certain paths, and like it's hard. So that's something I have to look into more, how to find the secret paths to get all the little collectibles and stuff like that, because I'm the type of player that likes to 100% complete a game, like find all the secrets and beat it till it's 100% complete. So that's just me. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Dollars. I'm out.